Okay, so the date is April 10th, 2019. It is, I think today's Tuesday? Tuesday? Okay, Tuesday. Wednesday. Um, okay, well, currently I'm site safety at construction sites. I've been doing construction for the last 7 years. This story is going to basically tell you what happened at my last site. I was working supervisor, site supervisor, and I was in charge of overseeing the 4 flaggers and a couple of security guards throughout the week. Everything was moving smoothly, but then one of the flaggers had to get replaced. So I ended up making interviews, and I ended up hiring a female. So the first week, the female did not fill out her packet, her employment packet, which is like important because we get paid weekly. So I told her, like, you need to get up on that. Like, you're not even gonna get paid this following week. I hired her on a Friday, and the following Thursday, she still didn't fill it out. So she said she was gonna fill it out as soon as she got home. So that was the first week she didn't get paid. And I actually met her through one of the workers that was on the building, the guy that ran the elevator. His name was Randy. I didn't really speak too much to people in the building, but him and two other guys were were like frequent people that I always seen, because I was always riding the elevator to do like logins and stuff like that. So he was always in the elevator. We communicated, and he was cool. Like, he was really cool. So I asked him, do you have anybody I can hire? He said, yeah, my niece. So hired her. The first week she didn't get paid because she didn't fill out her employment packet. Second week came and went, and she said that she didn't get a chance to fill out her W-4 form. So, okay. The third week came, and in the midst of this, she's calling out. Like, she got hired on Friday. She called out that Monday. She worked Tuesday through Friday. She called out Monday. She worked Tuesday through Friday. So now this is going on her third week, and she's calling out for Friday. So each week she has been working literally only 32 hours when she's supposed to be working 40. So that was already like a go to get fired, because you're not even 90 days in at least, or even 30, and you're calling out like every week since you've been hired. Like, the first week you were supposed to get fired. But I know how it is. I'm black females. Well, I know things are a little hard for us in the construction field. So, and I knew she was really excited when she first got the job, and I'm definitely down for supporting people, period. Black people, white people, doesn't matter, especially women. So the third week came around. She said that she was gonna she had some problems with her W-4, and that she was gonna fix it, or whatever the case may be. So these were going into days, because now she's like, it's going into 3 weeks and I'm not getting paid. And I'm like, you're not getting paid because the IRS doesn't know who you are. So let me help you out. Even though my boss George told me not to help her out, because I can really get in trouble for that, you know what I mean, I kind of sensed that she was illiterate when it came down to filling out her W-4. So I just had to help her. Like, she was asking me questions as if who's the head of household in her apartment. I don't know this girl. She has her own apartment with her children. I would believe she would be head of household, but she's 37. I would expect a little bit more intellect than what she showed. But anyways, I helped her with her paperwork. They finally got it. Now the fourth week, she's getting all these checks backed up, finally got that situated with the W-4. Now the IRS is like, okay, bingo, we know who you are. Now we need you to fill out your direct deposit slip, which was in there, but she did not fill it out. I don't know why. So we're in the middle of the fourth week, okay? This is probably like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing. You understand? So every day of the week I'm helping her out. Like, we resolved the W-4. Now we're moving on to the direct deposit. Like, what's the problem? Oh, it's not going through. My boss is like contacting me, payroll, and my boss is all on the phone throughout the day, the course of her last week of working, trying to get her paid. She's causing a headache. She's calling the company. She's calling CEO. She's telling the boss of the construction site, who has no idea what's going on. And she's like making us look bad, but it's like, really, you're not filling out your paperwork correctly. Like, and you have help, and you're still not, I don't get it. So, okay, whatever. I ends up helping her with her direct deposit. It was an issue because the last two numbers was wrong. She figured that out. So then we sent it over. This was what, Thursday? They said make sure you get it in before 12 o'clock on Thursday so that way she could get paid on Friday, paid by a check by Friday, because we're supposed to get paid every Thursday. So technically he probably said Wednesday, 12 o'clock. So here's Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. And I'm letting her know, like, listen, like, they got all the information. You should be getting paid on Friday. No doubt. Don't worry about it. She's like, all right, cool. And by the end of the day, they text me like, yo, you know, she didn't fill out whether she wanted it in her checkings or her savings. Like, what's up with this girl? I'm like, I don't know. I literally calls her, tells her what the issue is. She fixes it. So I guess it was a little too late because she didn't get her direct deposit that week. So now I'm thinking, like, it's cool, like, whatever, like, you know, I know you got a little bit of money stashed somewhere, you know what I mean? And on top of that, your boyfriend's a scammer or whatever, so I'm sure he could get you some money and that can last you until at least next week, because next week you're gonna get a 4-week paycheck. That shit is lit. That's like almost $2,000. So she was pushing for direct deposit. My office was telling her, like, listen, we can resolve all of this if we could just send you a paper check. She's like, no. And besides, my office is literally 2.5 hours away from where I'm at, like, driving. So, and she asked me, like, can you just bring me up to the office? And I was like, I could bring you, I could drive you up there, it's no problem. Like, you know, I didn't have no issue helping this girl out, like, seriously. So here goes Friday. She comes up to my car. She's like, Freeman, can I please, like, call out? You know, can I please leave? I got this big cyst on my gums. And I'm like, you knew this was happening the day before. Why do you keep doing this? I said, no, you know, I can't. You know, I've been letting you slide for the last 3-4 weeks. Like, literally, you've been going to welfare. You've been not coming in. You was drunk, hungover. Like, you had bullshit ass excuses on why you didn't want to come into work. And I've been letting you slide, but now it's getting, like, really nitty gritty. Like, my boss is really wanting to fire this girl at this point. And I'm just holding everything in because I'm like, I think this girl is, like, taking advantage of me a little bit, you know? Like, I didn't feel that. So I'm like, no, you can't leave. I'm sorry. Like, George is not going to accept that. You already called out 4 times in the last 4 weeks. I don't think he's going to allow you to do that unless you ask the big boss, you know? But even if the big boss tells you, yeah, my boss, if George says no, then it's a no, like, you know? So it's lunch. I come back from lunch and I'm looking for her. She's nowhere to be found. So I calls my boss. I tells him, you know, she's nowhere to be found. He comes up to the job. He can't find her. We're looking for her. We can't find her. Because he was already up there, on his way up there to resolve something with the big boss of the construction company. So she was nowhere to be found. I'm sitting here trying to cover up for this girl. Like, oh, she knows the guy in the elevator, you know, so maybe she's with him. Maybe she's with Randy. So I'm going to the elevator, I'm looking for her, and mind you, Randy has, like, this attitude because, like, a week prior, like, that Wednesday or Tuesday, he approached me and was like, oh, if your boss, like, we are dealing with real hood motherfuckers. I did not know these niggas, like, is niggers. I did not know that. Like, I really thought that they was, like, I thought that even if you're from the gutter, you should know how to turn your shit off when you're in certain places. Like, these motherfuckers from East New York, Brownsville, sorry for whoever's watching this, but I have not had a good experience with no one from that side yet. And the people that I'm running into is really making y'all look 10 times worse, even to y'all own people. But I'm just saying, like, if I would have known that he was hostile like that, I would have never even hired his niece. But he walks up to me in the middle of the site a week prior to me firing her. He's like, yo, you know, your boss is going to have the nerve to get mad at my niece because she didn't get paid. Tell that motherfucker if he don't pay her, I'm going to do something about it. And I'm just like, huh? Now, when I went back and told my boss, because I'm feeling threatened, this is a grown-ass 55-year-old man who's going around the site telling everybody he's an ex-felon. And he's approaching me like I'm a grown man, like, with all the hostility and aggression in his voice. Like, and I'm like, I'm not the person that you should be talking to like this. You should speak to my boss about this. You want his number? And he's like, nah, I already spoke to that motherfucker. How did he get upset because he ain't paid my niece? Your niece is dumb. She doesn't know how to fill out a W-4 form. That's why she hasn't getting paid. Did she tell you that? She's 37. I feel like at a certain age you should be able to write your own faults and take up for them shits. Like, yeah, I fucked up. It's not no one else's fault, but it's mine. You shouldn't be worried about getting in trouble after a certain age. It's just weird. So I was kind of curious on what was she going back telling this man for him to feel all angry. Whatever. So I'm looking for her, she's gone. So he fires her. Oh, tell her she's fired. She's on an administrative hold. She will be getting a paper check this week. We tried everything we could, but since she wants to walk off site without letting anybody know, she has George's number, she has the office number, she has everybody's number, she couldn't find me like she said.